So hello and welcome to today's video, where today I'm going to be showing you some of the map glitches for Bully. Now before I begin the video, I do have to say that some of the glitches featured in this video will only work on specific versions of the game, while others will work on all platforms. I will list them before I showcase off the glitch, and I will be swapping between PS4, Xbox One and PC footage for this video, so I apologise if it can be a bit jarring at times. So let's begin with the most difficult one. So for this first glitch, we'll be covering how to escape BULLWORTH Academy in Chapter 1. Now this first glitch will not work on Anniversary Edition, it will only work on the original and Scholarship. Anyway, to do this glitch, we need to head to the car park and find a bin near the wall. But rather than jump straight into it, we need to go up close to this wall and walk slowly down until we get the prompt to jump in. Now while in the bin, turn and face the wall and jump out. Jimmy should land at the side. Now do not move right away. Go into aiming mode, turn around, then walk into the corner. If done correctly, Jimmy will now be inside the wall. Now sometimes when doing this, Jimmy will stop moving when you enter the wall. If this happens, just turn, face the bin, jump inside the bin, turn around to face the wall again from the bin and jump out. Now you should be inside the wall and you can move again. Anyway, once you're inside the wall, go into aiming mode again and focus your camera to the floor, because this floor is very thin and moving too much to the right will cause Jimmy to get knocked out. So just keep walking forward and eventually you'll reach the turn. Now this is the hardest part in my opinion, as your camera will most likely bug out here, so you have to be extra careful or rely on luck. I recommend focusing on your radar for some help here, as once Jimmy is facing this direction, try moving forward a bit. If done correctly, you'll carry on down the slim path again, carry on walking forward again, and eventually you'll come across one last turn to do. So try and make sure Jimmy is facing directly down the back of the girls' dorm, and then walk forward just a little bit more, until you see your position on the radar is past the gates. Then you can jump out the wall from the left side, and you'll be completely outside the academy and ready to explore the town. Now there is an alternate version of this glitch which will only work on the Xbox versions of the game. Yes, that means 360 and the Xbox One, it will not work on any other. Anyway, this one is so much easier to do. All you need to do is go to the girls' dorm and find the bin near the bench, which is on the right hand side from where Jimmy enters. Once you're inside the bin, just face the camera so it's half in the wall, half outside the wall, then jump out and Jimmy will just jump sort of halfway into the wall. Now unlike the other glitch where you had to watch your step, this one you don't. In fact, for this one, just keep running and jumping forward until Jimmy pulls himself out the wall, and then you'll be outside the academy. Now one thing you'll notice here is all the shops are locked, and I'm not sure if they open at different points in the chapter, as I did record this on, well, the very first mission of Chapter 1 on both the PS4 and the Xbox. So just keep that in mind if you want to buy some new clothes for Jimmy just before he meets Dr. Crabblesnitch. Also, you can see a bit of a beta map change here, as the carnival is locked and will remain locked until Chapter 2, as even the game files state that this was supposed to be unlocked until Russell is pacified. To get back to the academy, you do need to get busted, so hit an adult and let the police or the prefects bust you near the gates. Jimmy will then respawn back on the academy grounds.
Here's a hint. When you're in interrogation... Let's try that again.
For the next glitch, we're going to access Blue Skies Industrial Park earlier than Chapter 5. Now once you're outside the academy, be it in Chapter 2 or you're just trying to escape in Chapter 1, head to this little sand area near the academy. You can't miss it because it's right next to the Town of BULLWORTH sign. Anyway, head down the sand area and just face the rocks. Now this glitch will work on all platforms, that includes iOS and Android. Now what you need to do here is get a running jump. We need to run towards the rocks and then jump just as we're about to hit the water, and if done correctly, Jimmy will either start sliding in the air or start sliding down the rocks or something similar to that. This may take a few tries to do, but I feel it's easiest to do on the PS2 version and the Wii. Anyway, if Jimmy is in the air, just keep jumping into the rocks and Jimmy will either pull himself up or just jump straight in. Either way, if you do what I do in the clip, eventually Jimmy will end up inside the rocks. Once you're here, swim forward a bit, but not too much or you will get knocked out. But swim forward just a little bit and then turn counterclockwise. Then just keep swimming forward, and don't worry if you get pushed by the rocks a little bit. As long as you stay close to the collision wall, you will be fine. Just do not swim into the abyss, otherwise you will get knocked out. I noticed when doing this on PC, a gaping massive hole appears when you swam so far ahead, so just keep swimming until you see a massive gap appear in the map. And then just swim out of that hole and you'll be, well, pushed out the rocks. Now on PlayStation, and possibly Anniversary Edition too, keep on swimming until you see the slightly pointed piece on the radar. Then just swim out the rocks. And once you're out the rocks, swim to this small piece of wooden land. Then congratulations, you're now in blue skies much earlier than expected. You can also abuse this glitch to get the go-kart as early as chapter 2, which I did a video on a few years ago. Now when you're in blue skies, you should remember that, well, you've got absolutely zero respect with the townies, so they will attack you on sight. But aside from that though, pretty much everything is here. You can still collect your garden gnomes, your rubber bands, all that kind of stuff. But one of the best things about this glitch is we can actually use it to access New Coventry before chapter 3. So obviously to do this, we need to be in blue skies, and we need to have done the blue skies glitch just. Then all we need to do is just find the roadblock on the bridge and just keep going forward. There is no collision in this, so you'll just ghost right through it and then just jump into the water. Now swim forward into the rocks under New Coventry and then Jimmy will just get knocked out. And you'll respawn in New Coventry. Now weirdly, for some reason, the final cut in New Coventry is the only store that's open since the very beginning of the game. Because when recording this, I just did the Welcome to BULLWORTH mission and that was it on the Xbox. But yeah, you know, so you can actually just pop into the final cut, get Jimmy some new clothes and a haircut, and yeah, you can get yourself some new looks before chapter 1 even ends. Now if you want to leave the area, either take the school bus back or just run forward into the barricade under the bridge in New Coventry, which is, once again, not got any collision. So for this glitch, we're going to break into Mr. Hattrick's house, and to do this we need to have beaten the mission Glass House, and we need to have a good BMX for jumping. Now there aren't that many BMXs in Buddy which are good for jumping. I believe there are only 2 of them, and one of them is the BMX from Shop Class 4, and the one from Shop Class 5. I'm not sure if you can do this with the other BMXs, but you know, your results may vary, but personally those 2 are probably the best. Anyway, we take our BMX and we ride into Mr. Hattrick's house in Old Bulworth Vale. We just open the gate as normal and we ride into his back garden. We ride to the far back of it, turn around and make a beeline for the stairs. Now this will take a few tries, but if you have the right BMX and you jump at the right time, you may jump over his house like E.T., like I did here. If you do it correctly though, you will crash through his roof and land inside his hallway. Now we can actually explore this weird interior in all its low quality glory. There isn't too much to explore here, but it's cool to see what Rockstar did with this house. And of course we can also see some stuff that we wouldn't normally see. To leave Mr. Hattrick's house, all we have to do is just jump out the window, though I recommend taking the bike back. Now this one is probably the most useless glitch of them all, and we are going to escape Norton Williams' boss arena in the Tenements. Now during the mission in the Tenements there is a mandatory boss fight with Norton where he tries to ambush Jimmy with his sledgehammer. Once the fight starts, make sure you have full health, if not just like break some of the crates and hope for a beam cola. And then just run to the wall and let Norton hit you. He should destroy the barricade to the arena so you can run around the building while he gives chase to you. During this time you can actually use Norton as a way to grab the rest of Lola's items, but weirdly, even if you get him to do that, well, I'm not terrible at the game, you know, it's just because I'm using a mod that makes bosses harder than that. But yeah, as I was saying, once you pick up all of Lola's items and you haven't beaten Norton, the game does not let you leave the Tenements or anything like that. You have to actually beat Norton and then pick up his sledgehammer at least once, or the game won't let you progress for some reason.
Don't mess with me now.
So yeah, this is probably the most useless glitch of them all. Now this one will almost definitely sound like as if I'm lying, but if you want to access Harrington House in free mode without mods, all you have to do is just beat Weedkiller before Jimmy gets expelled, and then defeat Gary as normal. I'm not sure what this is, but for some reason doing that unlocks Harrington House in Endless Summer. You won't be told Harrington House is unlocked, but if you head there you'll see a nice blue arrow on the place and you can enter as much as you like. Now sadly no preppies will spawn in here, so it is extremely empty. But this is the only way to acquire the weed killer gun outside the mission, which will always spawn here. Even saving, quitting and reloading will not fix this glitch, as it seems to be permanent to your save file.
You ain't worth it, but oh well.
So getting locked inside Happy Vault Asylum has the potential to soft lock your game, so I recommend making a quick save before attempting this. Also, this glitch will only work before completing Finding Johnny Vincent in Chapter 5, so if you complete that mission this will not work. So what we're going to do is we're going to travel to Happy Vault Asylum and enter the first block, and we're going to look for the cell with an open door. You can't really miss it because it's on the right hand side. Now all we need to do is just get the orderly's attention, just run in front of them and they'll give chase. Now once they begin chasing you, run and jump into the cell. If done correctly, the cell door will shut behind Jimmy and the orderly. Now here you can actually abuse the one hit window after he grabs you to knock him out obviously. But then when the orderly is dealt with, you'll realise you're just trapped here. There is no escape. Not even passing out will kick you out of this glitch. Now there are only 3 ways to actually end this sort of soft lock. 1, knock yourself out, which if you have full health might be a bit difficult to. Also you need firecrackers and bottle rockets because those are the only things that actually hurt Jimmy himself. 2, obviously just reload a save game. Or 3, taunt the orderly and hope the other orderlies come and bust you. However, as you can sort of see in this clip, I did that, but they didn't actually come for me, so yeah, that one might be very hit and miss. But once Theo despawns, that's it, you are just trapped here. So yeah, the end of Jimmy Hopkins I guess. And the final glitch we're going to showcase off today is how to escape BULLWORTH Academy in complete mayhem. Now this one does work on all platforms too. Anyway, to do this we're going to rescue Russell from the police and then wait for him to smash open the gates after the cutscene. Once we regain control of Jimmy, we're going to run to the library, we're going to jump over the fence and then go through the door. If the door is locked, just hop over this fence and then just move forward a little bit. That fence for some reason is always busted. Now Russell most likely will not follow you, but if he doesn't, don't worry as there's a way to get him back if you want him to. Either way, once you're here, just keep running and running down until you're at the area with the cave entrance. Do not run forward or you will end up failing the mission, but instead run down the cave area and keep on running to the asylum. Once you're here, simply skate on down to Blue Skies and go near Zoe's house. And now the fight has been taken to the streets. Some people have said that they don't get a fight but rather the normal NPCs spawn, but there is a fix for this I believe, which is also the Fix Russell glitch. I mean not Fix Russell glitch, the glitch, not glitch, the way to bring Russell back basically. All we have to do is enter any interior and then leave. Funnily enough, entering any clothing interiors will bring the fight inside there too, for everybody except Jimmy. Also, do not go anywhere near the academy, because not only will you fail the mission, but sometimes your game will crash instantly when you go near there. Although that does vary by platform, I believe the Wii has the highest version of crashing, and for some reason I think Xbox just gives you a mission failed, I'm not sure, but just something to keep in mind if you do go back to the academy. Now if you want to return there, either go back the way you came, get busted, or just go back to the academy and just hope the game doesn't crash. And that's it for the best map glitches I could find, as pretty much most of the map glitches were just similar bin breaches to like the first couple that were in this video, which always led to Jimmy's death. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more bully based content and that. And if you want to support me in a more personal way, consider becoming a patron or member of my channel for early access and that. So thank you for watching and have a great day.